to the live stream. All right, we got some news concerning our Mardi Gras security details. So let's go over that. We got two different news stories from the same news source, 2 days apart. So the first one, they're related. So we'll just go into the first one. Excuse me. All right, so the first one. Who's coming to help New Orleans police for Mardi Gras? This one was written on the 31st, so 2 days ago. Follows. All right. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell said in a briefing last week, the city's call for law enforcement help from across the state was a success, and Mardi Gras crews can return to their traditional parade routes. Quote, Jeanerette, for example, wow, Tangipahoa, wow, and of course our partners Baton Rouge and even Jefferson Parish. We are just seeing a reach that's deep, end quote. But WWL-TV has learned sheriff offices in St. Charles Parish, St. John's, St. Tammany, St. Bernard's, Plaquemines, and East Baton Rouge parishes have all said no to the parade detail at this point. Late Tuesday evening, Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe Lapinto told WWL-TV that the department has signed an agreement with the Orleans Sheriff's Department office to possibly have deputies work a number of parades depending on logistics. The Tangipahoa Sheriff's Department is still considering the request. According to a spokeswoman for the department, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office is prepared to provide 72 to 100 deputies on any given night. The Orleans Constables and Xavier and Holy Cross University police departments are expected to help as well. We're going to try to afford as many from 4 to 6 officers to work those parades consistently throughout the remainder of the 2023 season, Holy Cross Police Chief Marshal Pierre said. The Jeanette City Marshal in Iberia Parish is also sending 6 to 10 deputies. Marshal Martin called the opportunity to help New Orleans during Carnival a no-brainer. Quote, I personally have attended the Mardi Gras at a few times in the past and enjoyed myself. When we saw that they were lacking the manpower, we've been in that position. When agencies need the manpower, it's just the brotherly love within law enforcement, Chief Pierre at Holy Cross says he expects his officers to blend in well with NOPD and other agencies protecting the parade route. We're a small agency, but we have a big heart, and our goal is, and our mission is to be part of helping out in the city of New Orleans as needed, Pierre said. WWL has also learned that police departments in West Wego, Gretna, Kenner, Slidell, and Baton Rouge have decided not to send police officers to New Orleans. Not to send. The Port of Orleans Harbor Police and East Bank Levee Authority Police have also declined to work in the parade routes. The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, which reached out to the departments across the state, expects additional commitments this week. All right. So that was story 1. So let's get to story 2. This one is from yesterday. Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson said that there is enough interest in law enforcement from across the state to be able to secure full parade routes this year. The story goes, the supplemental Mardi Gras security plan in New Orleans is still a work in progress. But Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson had said that there is enough interest from law enforcement from across the state to be able to secure full parade routes this year. Washington Parish Sheriff Randy Seal said he's happy to help. When I became a sheriff some 10 and a half years ago, we didn't have anything. All the vehicles that we got, we depended on Orleans Parish, Jefferson Parish, and other sheriffs across the state to help us. Seal said that after all the help his parish had received over the years, particularly during recent flooding events, his department wants to repay the favor. The North Shore Lawman is sending deputies to New Orleans to assist the manpower-strapped NOPD to protect and serve along the city's carnival parade routes. Quote, you don't know how good it makes me feel for the Orleans Parish Sheriff to reach out to a rural county sheriff's office and ask for help, Seal said. We are so excited to be able to pay it forward and go down to New Orleans to assist our friends. Sheriff Hudson confirms that WPSO is one of the 4 police agencies so far to sign an agreement with the New Orleans parades. The others includes Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, the University of Holy Cross Campus Police, and the Tangipahoa Parish Constable's Office. Quote, it's close to around 25 agencies that we were talking to in this area alone, Hudson said. It's really good. We look forward to getting more of those signed every day. Hudson personally lobbied state law enforcement agencies to help New Orleans Carnival crews return to their traditional roots this year. She said that her deputies will be out there as well as a deterrent, but if they have to handle something, they will. The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Department is going to provide the bulk of the deputies to supplement NOPD. We will have between 80 and 100 folks out there. Sheriff Seals says he believes it's his duty to help out and he expects other sheriffs to follow his lead. Quote, we'll be there to assist and to protect the citizens of New Orleans and to also protect the visitors that will be coming into the city to enjoy the carnival season. He also said that his deputies will appreciate the pay that the city is offering. That's $50 an hour before Fat Tuesday and $75 an hour on Mardi Gras Day. All right, guys, so there you have it. So let's do some math because I want to know how many police officers that they're saying that we're getting. So far we have 80 to 100 from the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Department. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say they'll provide 100 sheriff's deputies every night. We got 4 to 6 from Holy Cross, so we'll give them 6. Let's see here. That was from the first story. Now the second story, we have this rural sheriff who does not say how many he's going to give. And then it says that they're getting help from Jefferson Parish, Holy Cross, and the constable. So constable, that's kind of like a sheriff kind of. It's like a smaller office. There's usually like 1 or 2. So we'll call that 2. In the other story, Jefferson Parish said they would provide assistance based on logistics. So far that is 0. And from Xavier University, they said that they're coming, but we have a number of 0. So far, 100 plus 6 plus 2 is 108. So what New Orleans is saying is we only needed 108 more officers, essentially, to go back to our traditional parade routes, which is kind of crazy. That's all it took. I know that even in the story, they're even saying like that they don't know. New Orleans constables are expected to help as well. So we have a lot of departments that are expected to help, but so far when we have those hard numbers, really, I really guessed on 2 of them, really 1.5, about how many extra officers are coming. So we have 80 to 100 from the sheriff's department. Our sheriff's department here in Orleans Parish is in charge of detention and the courts. So if they have 100 of their sheriff's deputies out here on the street, as they say in the story, as a deterrent, who's watching the jail? Who's guarding the jail? Who's bailiffing the courts? Because these parades go all day. Like, it's not just a nighttime thing. Another interesting thing that caught my eye or ear. Hey, what's up, Little Klondike? How's it going? Thanks for joining. Is this deputy from Washington Parish said that his officers are looking forward to the $25 an hour and $50 an hour pay that the city is offering. Well, that's like a no-brainer. If I were in some small town and I was the deputy, our crime was very low. It could be handled by 3 or 4 officers. I'd send them all. Bro, go make that money over there. Go to the city, go have fun at the carnival, at Mardi Gras, and go make that money. And he straight up said it. He was like, wow, the city's paying that much? My guys will enjoy that. So they're still not being completely honest with how many more officers we do need to be able to go back to these full parade routes. They're saying they've already made the announcement. Everything's back on. All the parade maps, they're all updated with the old routes, or the real routes, I should say. We've only had 1 year where it's been modified. They're just trying to gaslight you. So my count, we got about 110 more, we'll say. Is 110 more enough to make a difference for all of these extended routes? I don't know. I guess we'll see. We have, I think there's a parade coming up on Saturday night. It's one of the first bigger ones. It's Crew de Vue. And we'll see what happens during that one. We'll see how well this works out. I don't know. I guess, what do you guys think about this whole police situation thing we got going down in New Orleans? I think they're just trying to... Okay, I think the mayor's office is trying to appease the citizens because she's going under a heavy recall effort. This is the last month that they have to get all the signatures that they need to go to a recall ballot. It just so happens that it's also Mardi Gras season. So I think if she goes in and gets the full parade routes, she thinks she's golden with everybody. They're being... Hey, what's up, Grandpa Easy? They're not being honest with the numbers, or rather, they're not telling us the numbers of how many we needed to go back to these original routes, or however you say it. And then all of a sudden, before we got these numbers that I read to you, they made an announcement that everything was good and it's back on. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on except the higher ups. Yeah, dude, it is Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see if these 110 officers, or whatever the number is, we'll see what goes on. The crime in the city has been pretty bad. There were 3 murders all last night. So we're averaging like 3 a day. It's not good. So if you are coming to hang out during Mardi Gras, be safe, don't get too wasted. Keep your wits about you. If you're with a group, make sure your group has a plan. Go to the porta potties together, and try not to get separated. There are people who just sit there and watch drunk people, follow them after they get all wasted and mug them. So there's safety in numbers. If you need help, definitely, hopefully there's one of these police officers you can go to, and then hopefully they'll be willing to help. Hopefully these outside parish sheriffs deputies, I have a feeling they'd be more inclined to help the citizens than NOPD is. That's just on, living in the city. Yeah, so I put out a video a couple of days ago about safety during Mardi Gras, so you guys should check that out. Just some pretty common sense tips, but some people forget common sense sometimes. I'll leave that right there with this one. What do you guys think? You think the city is just bullshitting us with these police numbers, and I think it's just a ploy for the mayor to keep her job? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I got links to these stories on my Twitter page and on my Minds page, so you guys should follow me there at DeepSouthEdc. Also follow me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my Rumble channel. We'll be having some stuff come out there, and share my channel and share my videos with your friends. I'm much appreciated. I got 370 subscribers today, so thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are what motivates me to keep me going. I'll leave that right there. So remember, 100% of all home invasions happen inside the home. So stay well regulated. And thanks for staying prepared and protected with Deep South EDC. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.